Alrighty. Let's transition. Oop. Transition over and get to animating. Okay. I just gonna realize this is a terrible just drawing here, but hey, we're getting back to animating Wrek so we can actually finish this character, and I can move on to the next one. But yeah, just back to it. So how you doing? How you guys doing? I just released an update for Aces Under the Moonlight, like update 12.2. So I've been looking for if you guys play that, let me know if there's any bugs. That's what I need to know about. Oh, also let me test this actually works. For some reason my Twitch player isn't working. Wrek is real and pronounced Rex. Oh, no, it's pronounced Wreck. Wreck like train wreck. Not supposed to be like a real name, it's just like something he goes by. Um, there's something I did wrong with the proportions. You know, it's this. This is the problem. I'm gonna, you know, he's just like very like he doesn't have like a part of his. He should be like up here. That's a weird pose as well. Oh, this character's anatomy. Clearly, I rushed it. But we'll yeah, see right there. That's like way too small. Like his body's like really, really, really short. So I gotta like lift it up way higher, like this high. Yeah. So yeah, this is the problem. Also, like this sort of thing, he's supposed to be like this, and then in even that, his body's way too wide, and then his legs should come down like way lower and come upwards instead of what they're doing right now. I'm gonna leave this foot there just so I have a reference. Do you believe in heaven? Development heaven? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I guess Silk Song is like that, right? Apparently, it was perfectly fine. Nothing was wrong, and everything went great. Apparently, that was development heaven. by the devs. So what have you been up to since yesterday? Um, I think I've been reaching development nirvana today. Just a productive day. Oh, that's cool. What have you been working on today, I guess? Planning some video ideas and reading some books is part of that. Also got outside, which I barely did yesterday. Going outside is underrated, honestly. That's one way to put it, but nice to know that there's a world outside all your problems, you know? Touching grass is top tier, that's right. Okay. Uh, oh, first and foremost, it actually goes in the back. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. So like he's like fully leaned back, so he shouldn't be like this far in. And I have to redraw this entire anatomy. It's like he should be like way back here. Because he's like, yeah, coming back. Yeah, that explains a lot. And there's the legs. Okay, that looks better. I also found a great channel in the last hour called Blades. They talk about action games similar to Electric Underground and Bog Hog, who I mentioned before. That's right. Another great find was a channel which basically theory crafting a 4Kids dub if they were going to cover the whole of One Piece. It was surprisingly positive and entertaining. I recommend Yosti's first One Piece video if you're roughly 350 episodes in, but they will mention some later One Piece stuff too. Oh, I don't think I've even gotten past. I don't even think there's like an arc that I know of. I still remember. Like One Piece was it's kind of like this gigantic thing, like that and Bleach, where I never really even bothered to follow, even like in a Wikipedia sense. Yeah, sometimes I'll look up stuff on Wikipedia just to get like the clip notes if I'm not really that interested. But like just One Piece I kind of missed. Blades. I think I've heard of Blades too. I didn't hear of the other two before you mentioned them, but I think I've heard of Blades. Channel. Oh, I think I still recommended. I think I still recommend Yasti's videos, even if you're certain you aren't far in. But I'd rather anyone who is engaged in voice spoilers. Yeah, since you are very interested in localization, you may be interested in Yasti talking about One Piece. Got the name wrong. It's Blader. He did an RE4 video. All right, Blader. Channel. Huh. Oh, let's see. Assuming it's this guy. No, I don't think it's this guy. Well, what's his at? Oh, he has a NG Ryu. What's the at for him for this channel? Oh, this guy. Okay, there he is. Okay, I got him. Okay, let's get back to this guy here. Okay, right. Add local button masher. Funny ad for sure. Yeah, local button mashers. Interested. Find local button mashers. Okay. Well, now here, let me watch the video. RE4 was great. I still have the original. Do you play Resident Evil 4? I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's played at this point. Uh, okay. So you had this. Okay. I haven't gotten the remake. I'm not as interested in the remake. I played RE4, but not enough of it. The games that probably have the most of my time are Mercs 3D and Revelations, though I have RE4 Wii at a GameCube Tata controller. That's pretty fun. I don't have I only have RE4 for I think the GameCube. I don't even have the Wii version. I should get it at some point. I Yeah, I guess I don't like how they change things in the other versions. I don't know why like you really can't mess with perfection a lot of the time. They censor things sometimes. I heard they like just completely change a lot of Resident Evil remake. Not only like the art and story, but also the gameplay. I guess I really haven't played many Resident Evil games at all. I don't really like horror games, but Resident Evil is kind of goofy, so So it's not as horror filled. It's kind of why I stopped playing 7 basically immediately. It was like, yeah, this is too much like a horror film. Or not horror film. Too long. Like it goes so much into like Silent Hill sort of things. That's why I like the Regenerators so much though in RE4 because they were so scary. But I also played Resident Evil 4 literally constantly. I like played that several times over. I restarted it, and I also played. I did give myself little challenges. One of my the few games where I actually gave myself little challenges. So where I would only use the level 1 weapons. I could upgrade them, but I would only use the level 1 weapons. I wouldn't like upgrade to from shotgun to the auto shotgun or the rifle to like the auto rifle stuff. Um, then I would have the one with everything in it, and then I would like yeah, I would enjoy doing some other stuff. I didn't really play the Mercs that much. I think I remember playing Wesker quite a bit, and I really liked him because he was a really cartoony character. RE three make most obviously lost things with the remake. RE2 make did better, and RE4 make had its own problems, but Capcom make a lot of money off of them. Dead Rising has deluxe remaster, which messes up some things, but maybe the series is for you in general. I think you did tell me about Dead Rising. I never played it when it originally came out. I'm not a zombies guy at all. I really didn't like the obsession with zombies. I don't know, like the early 2000s or like the 2000s, 2010s, whatever it was. Okay, this gorilla pose has to change. Sorry. Um, zombies does not equal bland or horror. Yeah. I'm just saying that. It's just me personally. I just don't like zombies. I got really tired of like the settings for zombies, like the post-apocalypse stuff. Um, Dead Rising is more of a Camp Majora's Mask experience, right? It is a lot goofier. Some good zombie related games released in that saturation, including the DLC for Red Dead Redemption. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that has zombies mode. I was more talking about like there was a period of time where people were getting really had a bunch of like obsession with realism, a lot of tons of post-apocalyptic stuff, and then you had like Last of Us 2, which was like a huge like full-on I don't know what the word like commitment to that stuff, and I really didn't like it. I don't like them in movies. I don't like them in The Walking Dead was another one. Like I do not like the setting. Do not like the concept. Dead Rising 2 was like is like funnier though. I do know that. It is a Capcom game, you know. It's a weird pose. Tia, Last of Us 2 was long after the crazy thing, but yeah, that was I'm I think Last of Us 1. I don't know if I said 2, but Last of Us 1 was really the commitment. Yeah, Last of Us 2, I only ever watched it, but yeah, like I was watching with my friends and it was like or watching my friend play it, and it seemed like pretty dated by the time Last of Us 2 came out. But yeah, like do you like zombies? Like did you enjoy a lot of the zombie themed stuff? 28 Days Later, Walking Dead. Call of Duty had zombies for a long time, but I can't remember like I think they've gotten more goofy with it over time. But I guess like Call of Duty in general has gotten more goofy. Uh, I think studios realized that there was a boom and really needed to get out there. The Walking Dead was a popular comic from 2003 onwards, but around late aughts and early 2010s, they needed to be there. I'm indifferent to zombies in media, really, and I think I'm probably bad with other kinds of horror related media, like Supernatural. Yeah, yeah, I think I don't know. Walking Dead was 2003, but yeah, it was a. I remember the comic kind of. I saw the comic. I never really like. I didn't know about it at the time. Obviously, I think I was way too young. 2003, I was very young. I think I was in middle school. I'd like to get into Fatal Frame though. Fatal Frame. I remember that game. I think a new one's coming out, right? Are they making a new one, or are they just really re-releasing it? There. Yeah, it might be re-release. Last one was Maiden of Blackwater. Oh, it's a remaster. Okay, never mind. I wonder, oh, I don't think I don't think other than Resident Evil 4, I wasn't really interested in any horror or anything. The Grudge was pretty good. It was pretty okay. The movie, The Grudge. That scared me. Besides a few movies, I started Zombie U, but only connected with the local multiplayer. Oh my god, I remember Zombie U. I don't think I ever played it, but I remember that's like so long ago. It feels long ago, but it's mostly because just I never played those Wii U games. My god. Uh, this gun is annoying to draw. Okay. Okay. Yeah, his body here actually it is not connecting properly. You should have to move the gun again. It's not like it's hard like mentally for me because I'm like okay. All right. This is much harder for me. Like animating is much harder for me to do so to talk while doing it. But 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. How was the what other zombie games were there actually? Actually, Frank West actually got into MVC3, right? I'm pretty sure. He was like DLC or something. There's also a period of time where like there was a period of time where like Capcom was being very campy and self-aware like before in like the Street Fighter 4 era. I remember he was I think the Dead Rising games were pretty popular at that point too because there's 3 of them, right? How many are there? How many were there before Dead Rising? Yeah. I mean, Dead Rising 4 came out in 2016. They're on Dead Rising 3, and there's like, oh my god, there's so many of these. Dead Rising Mobile, Case West, Shot by Frank, Off the Record, The Survival, Dead Rising 3. Nemesis was in MVC3. He's awfully, I heard that. Frank West is in Tatsunoko, Marvel 3 and Marvel Infinite. Oh wow. Okay, he's everywhere. I guess he is pretty popular. Okay. The Dead Rising 1 is the only Dead Rising which was made by the original devs. Oh, oh really? People like DR2 and Case West still but seem to hate DR4. DR3 kind of gets ignored. It was the era of Capcom letting foreign studios make games for them. Interesting that they were all Western. They never agreed on anything with Inti Platinum Games, SNK, Dim Sorarika, etc. Yeah. Wow, that is a lot of companies. That was also around the time when like Capcom versus Tekken came out, I think, and or not Capcom, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, right? That was, yeah, 2012. Yeah, and that was also a very goofy game. I played that some, very little though. I don't think I actually even owned it. Played it with like a friend's version. Mm. All right. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like if he's like halfway up, he's got to be like way taller. He's nearly standing. That's why this doesn't make any sense. All of the companies I named were offshoots of Capcom in one way or another. Good point that Street Fighter Cross Tekken happened. I wanted to be relisted. Yeah, and I think Tekken Cross Street Fighter never happened. Did it get canceled? I'm pretty sure it did. And then like they used the remnants on stuff like Akuma in Tekken 7. I guess it's like on hiatus is the term they're using, but I think this is the problem. He's like he's coming in from there. Yeah, that's more like it. It shrunk as well. So not only should be like taller, they did make an exception with Ghosts and Goblins and Bionic Commando as they let the OG creator cook again, and he's still a master chef. Did they remade Ghosts and Goblins? I don't think they. Also Max. Oh right, Maximo. I think this was it, right? Bionic Commando is a let the OG right, and Tekken X Street Fighter is vaporware, but it's not realistic to expect it. More realistic than Deep Down, but less realistic than Capcom versus SNK 3. Right. I mean, yeah. It is a bit it is kind of over, isn't it? With the Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I think the they've already made their peace with what they're gonna do with that game. This is the problem here. He's way too high up here. It should be coming forward much more than it is. Rather than like I was actually talking Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins on PSP and Bionic Commando Rearmed specifically. 2006, 2011 era Capcom allowed them. Yeah, the rearmed one. I remember Bionic Commando Rearmed. Wasn't there one with that guy, the new guy? God, I forgot his real name. Like it was like there's a 3D game with him. Yeah, yeah, Bionic Commando. The 3D gritty realism, whatever it was. Oh, I totally forgot what his actual name was. He was also in Marvel. Nathan Spencer, that's right. Okay, that's the name. So yeah, this it's more like the classic ones you're talking about. The first Bionic Commando to be named was the Game Boy game from 1991. Rad Spencer. The 3D game took the name Nathan Rad Spencer. Okay. Basically, all main playable Bionic Commandos are officially Spencer after 91. Yeah, I didn't hit the 3D game, but I'm about the 2D games. I need to play all of them. I don't know there was like more than a few, like 3, even after you told me about. Or maybe I just forgot. It's been a while. I've not played Rearmed, GBC Arcade, but not. Oh, I played all of them except the NES. Okay, I see. I wonder if there's a game that I've played every single one because I don't think I've played. I don't think I finished Adventure of Link, the second Zelda game. Um, so I haven't played the entire Zelda series. or the Mario series, or the Metroid series. Hmm. I don't think I've played. I think I've played many of them, actually. It's like to be thicker. Like if it's a franchise, if it's like a one-off thing, obviously I've played quite a few, unfortunately. Yo, long time no see. Hey, Ahmed. The funny thing is that there are many theoretical versions on different consoles were legit different games till the 2000s. Yeah, yeah, that happened a lot. Like I think for fighting games a lot too, because they would change things or just rebalance them. Hi, Ahmed. We were talking about old games that we were playing again. Were you into zombies, Ahmed? Back in the time when they were popular, at least in America, they were popular. Like like Walking Dead, Dead Rising, 28 Days Later, Last of Us, that sort of era. Last of Us 1. So saying an Intellivision version of Bandit Commando would probably be very different to the others. Arcade is nothing like those, though, like the console versions. Ninja Gaiden is a platformer on NES, beat 'em up on arcade. Huh. Oh, it's different on arcade. Okay. Nah, I was a coward back then. Yeah, I also was a. I also don't like horror stuff. Cowards unite. Second. You play Resident Evil? I just got accepted into college. Oh, congratulations. Fair. Even I'm still afraid of cat. Horror sections in non-horror games used to get me to pull out the cheat codes. Like the one level from Hat in Time. Oh, I'd never played Hat in Time. There's a horror level. I think there was like a cartoony horror level. It's good that you're going to college. Get that better. Like here. Okay. That's too big as well. For a hat in time, you need cheat engine on PC as cheat codes are lost art. What was the last game you played with actual cheat codes? Banjo-Kazooie 1? It had cheat codes like built into the game, or like GTA San Andreas was one I played that had a bunch of cheat codes. I think that's it. San Andreas was probably the one I played that had a bunch of cheat codes. But yeah, I think they're kind of gone. I think a lot of hidden and missable stuff is gone. Like stuff that requires quite a bit of work. It's typically not hidden. But I guess I don't play a lot of modern games. Yeah, I think um uh, Smash didn't. Unlockables have kind of gotten we talked about unlockables before, but yet those have gotten a lot less common. Street Fighter threw them out with Super Street Fighter 4. Bayonetta Origins has a cheat code, but only to unlock a higher difficulty. Other Platinum Games titles also have cheats, but you usually need to meet criteria like having certain amounts of money. Yeah, oh yeah, there's like oh no, wait, that's something else. Never mind. So it is like a Ubisoft time saver without the credit card, right? I mean, I guess yeah. There's like that Nintendo thing, annoying Nintendo thing they do. If you lose too much, they'll give you like this invincible, suit where like you can't die and that sort of thing. Sorry. Bonuses for people who die a lot are interesting in a way, but I don't think they help as much as intended. Perhaps Nintendo did some testing. Yeah, do they do it anymore? I don't think so. I don't. I guess they didn't. Do they put in Donkey Kong Bonanza? I don't think so. I don't think I died enough. One bizarre solution Nintendo did was a DVD with Mario Galaxy 2, which basically had a video tutorial on how to play better. Was it DVD or was it in game? Was it DVD? Wow. I don't know that. I remember there was some heavy assistance Nintendo was doing. Like you could just it will show you how to get through a platforming section. Sorry, I left. My mom needed me or something. What did I miss? Maybe they think Europeans are that bad. Oh, it's DVD in Europe. All right. We were talking about how unlockables and secret stuff were or bonuses basically and cheat codes are basically gone from video games. I was mentioning the what are they called? Mario, the Nintendo for a while was giving you if you died too many times, they would give you a special suit or an invincible suit that would you could never die. Even Mario Wonder now, um you can pick characters that you can't get killed by unless you fall down a pit. Um like Yoshi or Nabbit. Talking about Chico's new tutorials and how Europe needed a DVD to explain Mario Galaxy 2 is right. Um Mario Wonder was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was just it's always like this 2D Mario games are always compared to the 3D games are kind of shallow, for lack of a better word. They're a lot simpler, I guess. Not that Mario's ever really that complicated. Apparently, Donkey Kong Country Returns is a super guide, but not Tropical Freeze. Do you have plans in making a character with the banana body type? Thanks for that callback. Not in this game. There are only 5 characters, and they're all kind of already their body types are always kind of made. Mario usually doesn't stress mastery outside of specific cases, and not for every game. Right. I just Nintendo in general, their philosophy is a lot I guess a lot of the people at Nintendo, their philosophy is is like if you can do it. Um, they value the challenge at least. Not necessarily like the games are difficult, but there has to be some kind of challenge. A funky type character, if you will. Right. A true funky type character. If the game's not fun, why bother? Yeah, the full speech of that is very good for video games. Too much challenge is frustrating. Too little challenge is boring. They have to make it so that kids can be entertained in that middle sweet spot. You know, I think because they try to include kids, they that does make it like it's really makes it like a challenge to make it fun for everyone, and I think that's why they succeed so much because they really try to make it like fun, and they just think like challenge is part of fun. So that's like their philosophy on it. So that's how they can make it fun for everybody. And part of and like part of that they've determined is they everyone needs a challenge. As opposed to thinking about it is like it has to be hard, it has to be challenging first, and then they determine like well like challenging for who? Kids? Challenging for adults? Um, there's like a difference in philosophy. Was there like a game that was like really hard, like really challenge, like really hard, and you were like, "This isn't fun. I'm done." Because mine was Sekiro. I was like, I was not having fun with Sekiro, and so I stopped. That's when I distinctly remember. I was like, "This is not what I thought it was. This is just another Soulsborne. I'm not interested in this." I just played something else. Who is this character you're drawing right now? This is Wrek. This is the the guy, one of his animations. This is the guy in the game. Unambiguous guy in the game, I guess, is a better way to put it. Nintendo have found many ways to hit that balance. I think the only game which seems to have missed that mark is Peach Showtime. I think Bayonetta, Astral Chain, and my first tries to get into Monster Hunter all count as wow. Damn, this is hard. Not sure I'll like this. I think I'm still there with Bayonetta despite being normal like a decade ago. Shantae was the one for me. Oh, okay. Haven't played Shantae. Bayonetta 2. I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was just like by the end it was pretty difficult, but I guess it should be. The last boss was the only one that gave me any like problems. But I also have this problem where I like because I have to like power through games, I play like for hours and when I should sleep I don't, so I'm really tired. And so if I get to something that's like mildly frustrating, it becomes like extremely frustrating. Like it's like an overreaction because I'm so tired. Um, Shantae 1. If you are stubborn in the wrong way, things don't go well. I don't use continuous in Bayonetta. Okay, wow. It was my first Metroidvania, so I was confused. Yeah, with Shantae. Yeah, I really got lost in Shantae 1 and refused to play the others till I beat it. Played on 3DS. Yeah. I don't know if Shantae was a Metroidvania. I thought it was like a linear game. Because you Nintendo consoles in Egypt. Oh, okay. They don't sell Nintendo stuff in Egypt. That's yeah, I have to import them actually. I assume. Yeah, Shantae is a Metroidvania series as I understand it. The first game has some things in common with Castlevania 2, Night Day. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, Nintendo's attitudes towards like emulations are so over the top. Any type of emulation in any way, any type of modification, I think even. I think Russia barely had a Nintendo division, and imagine other regions like Egypt need it. Yeah, VBA was helpful. It's it's just kind of annoying how yeah, just yeah. That's way too small. Guitar's like way bigger than that. Like underserved regions and like they still kind of expect you to like import hundreds. Like I think Australia, I don't know if it's like you need to import stuff or if Australia is just expensive in general. I think it's a bit of both. Australia's expensive and they need to import. Technically, they are, yeah, PAL like Europe, but let's say Tales Symphonia releases in Europe, Namco may not have distribution streams in Australia, or ship a few copies. Yeah, underserved regions. In Egypt, PlayStation is more popular. We play Crash Team Racing on PS4 instead of any Mario Kart. We mostly play football games. Yeah, FIFA is really popular in Pakistan too. I guess popular everywhere. I think what was I doing? What was I gonna say? Yeah, the thing about like different regions getting different with different histories is like I think I talked about how Mexico is really big with SNK games because of the because that's they were cheaper than Street Fighter games back in the day, so they just bought them, and there was a um fandom grew around them instead of Street Fighter, and that's why Mexico is like a huge region for King Fighters and stuff. PS4 is more affordable than a lot of other systems. That's really fortunate. I never warmed up to it fully, but it is set up to become the new PS2 of its time. Yeah, PS4 wasn't as bad. Uh, FIFA 2030 will probably be on PS4. Wow. If I got quiet, it's probably because Hollow Knight surprised me. Let's just say it surprised me just now. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm being really quiet. I really have to concentrate when I do clean up, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't really get got into many sports games. FIFA I never got into. I was not really ever into the soccer game. I think we played Madden a little too much back in the day. I remember NBA Street. I was like the non-realistic ones, like NBA Street. I really enjoyed. We played that a lot. Um, it was a very fun little game. I remember like a long time ago, I played Tony Hawk a lot, but because we didn't have a PlayStation, we would play it at someone else's house. There's a new Tony Hawk game coming out, right? Or did it already come out? Yeah, I'm serious. The last FIFA on PS2 was 2014 in 2013. I think being region free gives even more life. That is crazy. PS2 like got insane life. The remake of 3 and 4 already came out. It was good from what I hear, but I'll see if I can play the originals. I have to concentrate a little more because I'm not like doing this properly. Uh oh wait, 1 second. Okay. When you think about it, both Persona 3 and 4 were late PS2 games, which should have been on the PS3, Wii, 360. Oh wow. Oh, Persona 4 was a PS2 game. Yeah, would you consider making themes for each character like Guilty Gear? I was thinking about it, but I'm really not a musician. I have to make one more song for Wrek, but I'm having trouble. A lot of trouble. Let me see if I still have it. You can still hear something of it. It's gonna be on my iPhone, so in front of creation, if you do themes someday, remember what I said about the lyrics for. Not everything needs them. Apparently, some of the ones in tokens are so. Yeah, I'm not planning to do lyrics. I like the classical esque stuff, I guess. This isn't. Where's my music? Did we open GarageBand? GarageBand for iOS. Really? Persona 4 is a PS2. That's how it started. Oh, that's surprising. Okay, I see. It was planning to do that. Yeah, there's error. Where is okay a GarageBand on my iPhone? Yeah, might have deleted all. I guess they're all gone. I have to look. I'm gonna have to look for them. That's how it started. Persona 3's last version is a 2008 PS2 game for the worldwide release. Okay. And PS2, I guess, was the longest lasting and highest selling console. And movies 4G. Damn it, I compared it. Yeah. P4G was Vita only till recently. Has there ever been like a Persona game that wasn't wildly popular? Actually, I guess P1 and P2 I don't hear about anymore. But I think P3 was huge. P4 was huge. P5 was obviously gigantic. Um, Another issue I have, you really have to zoom in to get all this right. You can't freehand it like I normally do. You have a PS4, right? Is oh, can't pirate PS3 games and above. LCG, yeah, you can this PS4 is pretty cheap nowadays, I guess. Relatively. And Dreamcast stuff. I think that's it for this one. Apparently, some phones are able to emulate PS3 games quite well. Someone is playing DMC4 daily on phone, and he plays as good as me, but uses a touchscreen. My phone is not like that. My phone can barely handle BTD6. What's BTD6? One second, let me get Pro Gamer move up done. Balloons Tower Defense. Oh, okay. 6. Is Autumn considered grind fiction? What's grind fiction? I've never heard that before. Oh. Various Japanese media that surrounds inline skating graffiti. No, it's not based on Japanese media. This wouldn't be considered grind. This is yeah, okay, so I can see how this is like Jet Set Radio, Cyber Funk, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Uh, I usually consider it more just like punk, 70s and 80s punk, Western punk sort of thing. It's anime inspired, but grind fiction seems like a lot more distinct. Fooly Cooly, yeah, okay, it makes sense. Looks like this stuff is a lot more colorful, a lot more not wacky, like it's funkier. I don't know this had a name actually. What was that movie? Tekken Tonka Street. Tekken Kin Crete. I think that's probably considered grind fiction. Actually, this is totally different. Never mind, it's very different. Tekken King Crete and Air Gear maybe grind fiction. Yeah, yeah. Tekken King Crete might be. Show us the movie. Wait, which movie? Internet Pit Stop did a good video on Just Radio, but I recommend giving it your full attention. Okay. Ahmed, which movie? Right, like there's no movie for Ace Son of the Moonlight. Oh, Tekken King Crete. Okay. Yeah, so that movie you should probably look up. All right, on the video. The one you were talking about. Oh, yeah, yeah, it's that one. It's an older movie, I guess. But like, it's you would have to know. I would have to know more about like Japanese skater punk, I guess, culture. who's gonna? Uh, there should be a movie for it's on Moonlight. Tom Holland will be cast as Wrek. Who's Charlie? I don't know. Ezra Miller. Uh, what's his name? Oh my god. Jason Momoa will play Charlie. Okay, it's another one. Very awkward angle. Very awkward. It's awkward. Okay. Anyway, generally first person who came to mind, not for good reasons, but still. Yeah. Ezra Miller was kind of crazy, I think, what ended up happening to him, or what he ended up doing, I guess. All right. Jack Black should play Cassandra. Right. Hmm. I am Cassandra. Charlie Jockey. Oh my god. I never went to watch the Minecraft movie. So I guess I was never interested in it. Need to move this back a bit. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna take a break. That took me way too long to do, but oh, where is back? Uh, I'll be back at 3:27, I guess. Only recent live action video game movies I've seen were Sonic ones. I heard Gran Turismo was decent and based on a true story, right? Sonic, I haven't seen two. One and three were pretty good. I should probably get to two. I think that's like the most fantasy one. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, so I got to explain why I haven't seen 2. Think I had the DVD, I just never got around to it. I never watched it in theaters, so I never just ended up watching it. Um, excuse me. Because like I was more interested in 3 because it was like the one with Shadow in it, and it was like supposed to be like a truncation of Adventure 2 Battle, which was really important to me. But I think Sonic 2 is like the most fantasy or accurate to Sonic, I guess. That's why it sounds in trailers anyway, because of the giant robots and stuff. Yeah, but just because I never went to the theater at the time. I think I actually bought the DVD twice on accident because I thought I didn't have it. I love how you say that's an adaptation of Adventure 2 Battle, not just Sonic Adventure 2 your GameCube is showing. Yeah, yeah. I uh, I always called it Adventure 2 Battle because I didn't know for the longest time Battle was like a different one. Yo, Inferno, why is your profile looking like a Gorillaz album cover? Because that's what it was based on. I wanted to make a little profile picture, and I was looking for one that would be simple, and that was the art style I went with. I should probably change it at this point because it actually isn't that good of one. But I like just trying different styles for the ancillary art for this game. I should probably just pick one and stick with it. Honestly, Sonic 2 is definitely more fantastical than 1 and 3, but not much more. The technology is insane in all 3 movies, even if Sonic 2 has the most absurd idea that I want to see the game do. Yeah. I like the I like how they adapted in 3. I like how they adapted the technology because like the first one for Eggman's tech was very simple. It was almost like they were still kind of afraid to make it look like Eggman stuff. Um, so it ended up looking a little bit generic because it was like all white. But I think the later movies embrace more of the video gamey aspects of Sonic, thankfully. Gotta get these hands going. I think we can actually start on this. I like that they gradually go Eggman. Gives an arcade where Robotnik starts going all in with his tech. Yeah, I guess at the end of the first movie, he kind of goes insane. So it does like lead into it. Yo, so what's the story behind Ace on the Moonlight? As in, like, the story is in the lore, or just the story is in why I made it? Ooh. Lore. Yo, you good? I'm good. Sorry, I'm really well. I'm tired. I'm just yawning, but yeah, I just gotta concentrate on a few things. So, the lore for the game is basically, I don't know if you know this. Like, can knew they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beast. Uh, Guilty Gear. Um, so basically, if you know those stories where like people are kind of stuck in purgatory until they figure something out and they can leave, it's similar to that in general. Um, like supernatural purgatory almost. Let me get the. I need to get the picture over here. Right. So basically, heaven or hell. Basically, you have a bunch of people who live in like this place. This is an abandoned train graveyard that they refurbished. Basically, they cleaned up and fixed. But essentially, it starts with Cassandra showing up here. She basically follows a railroad, that an abandoned railroad that she's never seen before, and she goes to. It ends up here, where like it's basically it's a train graveyard is where they all get decommissioned and left. So this is like the end of the line, and she finds all the other characters there. Um, and it ends up as like you don't know why Cassandra's there. She's she's not she's like an unreliable narrator, and it becomes pretty clear pretty fast. And she sticks around with them until she can and like the story, as far as I'm writing it, is that you figure out more and more about her over time until you until she actually finds out what she you actually find out what she's actually about. That's kind of the lore of this place. It's just I was really into tiny homes. I don't know if you know them. Um People live in their, like they've made something into a house like a camper van or an RV is pretty much a tiny house anyway. Some people have boats that they made into their like permanent residence. They just go and live on the boat. Totsugeki. Yeah, that's the story. So with like Wreck used to be a gang member, and all the characters are kind of like homeless for one reason or another. Like Wreck used to be a gang member, and he kind of been abandoned by everybody because like he was this like vicious gang member, and now he's been reformed. But he ended up pushing everyone away, so he ends up there. And I think the other two are like one's like a bohemian sort of runaway, and she just ends up there as well. Um, and then Charlie was also kicked out of his house, and he ends up there. You play any games with unreliable narrators you like? I think there's Call of Juarez game I like. I think the most famous one would be Final Fantasy VII. It might be a spoiler, so I don't know if Ahmed has played it, but it was like one of the first games with unreliable narrator, in like a video game form. Originally, it was supposed to be like the story actually changed quite a bit. Originally, it was supposed to be like, oh, you never played it. Yeah, I won't give like a spoiler for it, but Final Fantasy VII has like probably the most famous example. Uh, but originally it was supposed to be like a memory, like someone was giving this game, Ace of the Moonlight, was supposed to be like what was happening in the game was like a brighter memory of what actually happened. Like what actually happened was that they were like sicker or like doing drugs or something, but she doesn't remember all that. But I thought that was kind of it didn't really end up working out, so I used this method. I was thinking of games where the narrator being unreliable is more upfront. Oh, I don't know what it was. I wasn't planning on playing any of them. You should at least play 7. 6 and 7 are like the legendary ones. I mean, they're all really good, but like 6 and 7 are considered like the unequivocal masterpieces. I think 8 is in there too. Right, let's start lining this thing. I can think of some visual novels I like, but would be reducing the impact of them by explaining. I assume it doesn't matter so much if you are sharing it up front. If I can say I haven't finished 7, spare me. All right, I won't say anything. Um, no, 6 or 7, not 67. Final Fantasy 6 or Final Fantasy 7, or and Final Fantasy 7. I know some details about hypnosis, but I've survived so far. Right. Yeah, I won't say anything about it. But it's good. It's very good. I'm going to sleep now. I'll see you next stream. Yeah, okay. I'll see you next stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you for talking. It's late over there. Tomorrow we'll be working on the platform fighter. Not sure what we'll be working on though. I think we're gonna be designing. Might go back to designing the mech. Not sure. I don't think I'll put out a short tomorrow. I think I have to like change the strategy a little bit because there's been some issues. Egypt must be a few hours off me, right? Let's see. I guess we can just check. Oh, it's 10 p.m., almost 11 in Cairo. It makes sense. Uh, Thinking about this stuff here. Okay. Oh, 2XKO launched? Was it today? Yeah, September 9th. Yeah, looks like it. I don't know how unstable this will make my stream, but you gonna play? The beta's open, right? 2XKO's beta's open to everyone, or is that something else? Oh, you have to sign up. Oh, never mind. Ah, okay, yeah. Invite only. Never mind. had to do an errand. I assumed you confirmed that it's close to midnight. And yeah, it's about 11 p.m. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I was also looking at like the 2XKO beta launch, and I thought it was like open, but no, it's invite only. It's like completely closed. Feels like 2XKO is further from coming out than the Arxis Marvel game. What a world! Yeah, it is kind of dragging its feet a little, I guess. Not a super huge fan of that, but I guess like I don't really like tag games at all anyway. So it's just like I think 2XKO they're gonna try and pull a Valorant, where like they just release the game and over time just let it build up with their audience. I gotta see like it's probably gonna be good, um, really popular. So 'cause I think like Valorant was the same way. It was like just started out pretty slow. I think. Or like I just didn't actually. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe I just didn't like how it looked. I think it looked like very unpolished. It still does, but like I think over time they just like build it with their community. Their community is so big that they'll like wait for them. So who knows? Maybe it will like completely change fighting games. Marvel Tokon had also a weird beta. I think it was closed and it was or not closed. It was like they sent out invites and it was like for a day. Very strange. Valorant and other games had big campaigns. Beta keys for free if you engage on stage. That's right. The drops, the Twitch drops. Mechanical detail, very hard. I think video game marketing always needs an X factor. For Silksong and Elden Ring, it was 50% mass delusion, 50% promise from the prior work. Yeah, it was like an event, right? You have to make it more than a game. You have to make it like this is gonna change your life somehow. Movies do that too. They really like an event like of the summer event, blah 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 blah. Two XKO is still in a decent spot, but more cautious optimism than excitement, despite having Arcane and Law. I think yeah, I think it got a lot better recently, but it's just like it's constantly changing. Not constantly, it's been changing over time because like there was um, it's taking so long, and now there's like more tag games out, but now Blitzcrank is out. And just before the beta is out, the rolling beta that will always be around. Um, so like it keeps changing from like good, bad, good, bad. Speaking of movies, that Street Fighter movie cast is absurd. Not in a Jack Black sort of way, but it feels like marketing. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in this Street Fighter movie. It does seem like they're just picking people um, for how much. It always feels like they have no confidence in it. That's when they have these like super ultra star-studded casts, or I guess not stars. That's star-studded, I guess. It's just like I have more faith now because of all the Marvel movies, so they kind of understand. Um, these days, more of these type of video game stuff. Jason Momoa as Blanca. That's weird. Also, they're like a lot of these characters have got to be like cameos. They're having everyone in there, and it's the original World Warriors, so it's gonna be like, eh. That's a Julie and Junior, one of them. picking for Insta followers, yeah, or likely TikTok engagement. That's right, yeah. Just to drum up, what's the word? Drum up hype. But yeah, there's really nothing else to that. It also has Street Fighter Alpha characters. Yeah, it has like the original characters too, right? Okay. Actually, let me see. Who's that guy who's playing Akuma? I think he was like, let's see, Street Fighter movie cast. Thank you. Oh, not the original Street Fighter movie, but twice, yeah, 2026. 50 Cent as Balrog is pretty funny. How old is 50 Cent? Oh, he's 50. Okay, well, that's funny. Andrew Schultz as like Dan Hibiki, the comedian. You know, it's just a problem I've had was that like are they gonna be like super buff, like superhero buff? Because that's what you kind of have to do, right? Um, to accurately portray these characters, but like, and it's more normalized now because of the Marvel movies. But like, I don't know if this is a high budget movie. Matter of time before we get a Street Fighter v Fatal Fury movie. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how this goes. We already have a Tekken movie. I don't think it went very well, but they have one. Eric Andre is in the movie. That's pretty funny. Don Sauvage. All right, this Cody Rhodes playing Guile. That's good. He does look like him. He does have that look. He shave his eyebrows and like that would be it. That's all he would have to do. Did you know we already had a really bad live action Fatal Fury movie from 2006? I did not know that. Actually, let me see. Fatal is it Japanese? No idea what inspired them to make it. Oh, there's an animated one. I know about that. I didn't know there was a live action one. Let's see, 2006. I don't know. Where's the new Fatal Fury? Fatal Fury live action. I mean, I'm still getting the 1994 one. That is. I meant an American live action. Yeah. I can't find it. Let's see. I'm almost definitely wrong with the year. Yeah, I'm looking for the. I'm looking for it. I can't quite find it. Oh. No, that's recent. Right here, I'll Fatal Fury. I just look up some. Uh-huh. Let me just go to Fatal Fury. Let me go to another media. Oh, maybe it was a KOF movie? Oh, okay. There's a CG one. Okay, let's try KOF. Yeah, there it is. Alright, there's a King of Fighters. There was a King of Fighters movie. I don't remember this one, but yeah. I mean the what's it called? Synopsis. Mai Shiranui and her boyfriend, Iori Yagami, attend a private dam. This is definitely that era. Everyone's like, there's no color. Everyone's wearing dark black or something. It looks very low budget too. Damn. The actor for Terry Bogard in it is the director of John Wick. Wow. Wait. Where's Terry? Terry Bogard, a skeptical CIA agent, an amateur street fighter. Oh my god, he is. It's David Leitch. John Wick, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool. He could make a better like Fatal Fury movie. He should make one. The Fall Guy was really good. I was surprised how good the Fall Guy was. That was a good movie. All the John Wick movies are really good. Deadpool 2 was not so great. Didn't watch Hobbs and Shaw. Bullet Train I didn't watch, but apparently it was pretty good. Atomic Blonde I didn't watch, apparently it was pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Iori is my boyfriend. It's weird. It's all very strange. Terry being a CIA agent is hilarious because he's like a super idiot. I'm pretty sure. Um, I'm Bullet Train's strongest soldier. I've yet to watch it, but it is pretty goofy from like the trailers and stuff that I've seen. The book, brilliant. The movie, different but great on its own. Both complement each other. I don't know if it's a book. Huh. Learn something new. Yeah, I don't have to draw the face, so it's good. Not that Rick has a particularly distinct face, but Bullet Train is actually second on a Japanese series of novels. Very few movies are original. Same goes for anime. Not a problem though, right? It's also more of a sure thing, I guess, if they have a thing beforehand. And also like the story's written, you can adapt the screenplay, stuff like that. I guess you have like a lot of auteur directors who are all very much about writing their own. But then again, I don't know. Like Quentin Tarantino, I think every single one is original. Um, and then Christopher Nolan, I think every single one's original. I think Disney obviously adapts stuff very openly, but significantly changed, obviously. They adapt fairy tales. That's nothing new. Everyone does that. Oh. Yo, phone number one, yeah. Nolan does have some adaptations, but other than that, yeah. Yeah, Batman is how you doing, Fish? You talking about movies? Yes, yeah. We were talking about Bullet Train adaptations. Actually, we're talking about the Fatal Fury live action movie. I didn't know about was made by was starred this guy David Leitch, who directed the John Wick movies, which is crazy because those are good movies. Like David Leitch was Terry Bogard, who was a CIA agent in this 2009 King of Fighters movie. Back when they had like zero respect for the source material. I don't know if you've seen that KOF movie, but I think I was no, I wasn't too young. I was like when I graduated, I think. And Maya's boyfriend was Iori. If they had a sequel, what would that mean for Hope tomorrow? He would have been a crazy psycho. Is Kodomaru their kid? Actually, was it confirmed? I don't think I ever checked. It kind of actually like that sort of era of what's it called adaptations, even the X-Men one, even the good ones like X2 or X4, it does show like a bit of arrogance on Dragon Ball Evolution was another one. Like we have to make it like Hollywood Americanized sort of thing. It's like this stuff is more popular. Like Dragon Ball especially is like internationally popular. What makes you think you can just completely change everything and then just think it's going to be as good? It's just a lot of arrogance involved there. Same with the Sonic redesign. Like when they made Ugly Sonic, it's like what were you thinking? Like this character is popular, very popular already. Like you have to rise to that challenge and or like just adapt it like well. A lot of narcissism in the idea. Very few people can pull that off anyway. Stanley Kubrick, I think, when he adapted The Shining, was completely different from the book. He's like Stanley Kubrick, so he can do that. Still gotta do one more. Spend way too much time on this. I still gotta think of what I do after this stream. Quite a bit of things to chip away at. The hidden boss in Hollow Knight's tough, dude, man. Are you done with Hollow Knight? You got to the hidden boss, or are you just doing it early? The best adaptation is the Mario movie though. Like for video games. That was a very good movie. I was really surprised how good it was. I watched that like so many times in theaters. And I have it on DVD. And I think I have it on the or Blu-ray. I think I have it like downloaded as well because it comes with a digital code. Love the Mario movie. I'm sure that it is a hidden boss, but no, I had no idea I was doing it early till I noticed that it was way more difficult than any other so far. Yeah, stuff you gotta do afterwards. Well, now you know where it is at least. It feels like doing a late undernet boss in Battle Network when you're only halfway into the game. Man. Are you gonna keep trying to fight the hidden boss? You're gonna beat him now? I have at least 4 points of interest other than beating my head against that boss till I win, and there are other ways to upgrade my stats. No upgrade so far. The hidden boss can wait. Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know if I like was very stubborn with anything. In like a video game that I didn't beat. I mean, I guess Sekiro. I quit like because I was did not want to. I saw where it was going. I was like, I'm not interested. I beat one game with no upgrades on my first try, but it was shorter and I wasn't doing any content, which was obviously balanced for post game. The next Penelope was a game I beat with no upgrades. Never saw that. Let's see what this game is about. The next Penelope race to Odysseus. Oh. Shmup Racer. It's interesting. Alright. The next Penelope got on my radar as the character is playable in Indie Pogo, but I haven't played that platform fighter yet, as far as I remember. Oh, okay. It's like sort of like a Marth Roy situation. They put it in from a fight. You got it from a fighting game, and then you looked up the actual game. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna. I'm gonna go like 450. I'll end the stream this time. Striking a balance where upgrades are a bonus. Striking a balance where upgrades are a bonus is important, but for me, I'm not skilled enough at Hollow Knight to go upgradeless or pacifist. I don't know. You could go pacifist or as much as you can. Yeah, if I like the vibe, I'll check out the source material. Right. I didn't know there was source material for Fire Emblem was a problem, so I had no idea. Also, I guess I never looked it up. It's weird because in the trophy it will say Fire Emblem, but I never looked it up. I guess I wasn't that used to using the internet at that time. Some parts of this game are making me want to go pacifist right now, and I know challenge runners are doing everything. I don't think it allows it, but I've seen the thumbnails. Okay, yeah. I guess like it's just pacifist as possible. I would have looked it up. Him and I are the same kind. We Google and we use emulators for rare games. Though I bought some things which came here too. Yeah. I guess I was just I think I was like really young. And then later stopped caring. One more. I don't think I have time, but there was an indie Metroidvania I played which made the pacifist option really deliberate, but the powers you miss out on are really cool. Okay. I remember a while back there was a lot of Metroidvanias. It was just a very popular genre. I have to be a little bit evil to have Spidey swinging tech. I love the grapple hook stuff. Those are great. Grapple hook, spider swing, whatever. Love that stuff. Are there any games you try to go pacifist in? Nah, not really. Ugh. Um, I don't like the ones where like if you mess up once you fail the whole thing. It's not really my thing. It's a big reason I don't like speed running. Like at some point, no damage runs. I don't like them. Pacifist if you accidentally kill somebody. Don't like them. Though I don't see why like you probably could do that with Mario for the most part. I guess there are like some things that are locked behind killing people, but I don't know. I think you only need to like kill Bowser, and even then you don't actually kill him. Um, Still trying to think. I don't think I really have any. I only did like 100% on some stuff, but even then I have a low tolerance. Kirby would be good, but I think it would be minimum kills as you are forced into boss rooms pretty often, right? Yeah, minimal kills, not like true pacifist. Though Kirby's all about the violence. Kirby shows no mercy for people who steal his cake or whatever small thing they did. Come on. A little more. Gunman and Clive is a game like Mega Man, but they have additional playable characters that is a duck and has no attacks. It's forced passive mode that I like to beat. Oh, Mabel and the Wood is the indie pacifist Metroidvania I was thinking about. Mabel and the Wood. Having a separate character that makes you do pacifist mode, it's pretty funny. Okay. I don't fully remember it as the game was glitchy, but I think I got the bad ending, and the pacifist ending is and maybe was kind of prescribed so it was easy to follow. Okay. So it was like intentional. That'd be an interesting concept. All right, but I gotta go. I'm really tired. But look, okay, we're almost done lining this thing, and then we can color it and spend the next 2 streams coloring it. Uh, Looking forward to that. Yeah. Thanks for coming. And thanks for talking. It really makes these go much faster and much more bearable. Restful, thank you. You take it easy as well. I think I'll tomorrow. I still don't know what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be platform fighter related. So we'll see. But yeah. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow if you can come.